Hi, collective. Hello, hello, my shooting stars. Hey, so this is from Judith, the book of Judith. I think it's in like the Catholicism Bibles, because you won't find this book in the Bible like a normal, like King James Version Bible. But this is from 8:16. It says, God is not like a human to be threatened, or like a mere mortal to be won over by pleading. Your strength right now, collective, is the reminder that you are immortal. That's where your powers are. It also makes it really difficult to be on Earth. There's almost like different rules for an immortal because your strengths aren't like the people around you. For example, soap is soap, okay? I took chemistry, and the chemical composition of soap is soap. Now, you can buy soap with different fragrances and things that make it like a superior soap, or a soap special for clothes, or a soap special for your hair. But soap is soap, okay? It's to remove dirt, and the whole composition of it is to remove the dirt with the water from the item. Okay, some of you may live or be around karmics that insist that the $50 soap is better than the $4 soap, which is fine, okay? That's fine, great. If you have the $50 to spend on soap, I'd say knock yourself out. This might be a mark of the beast, though, because the spiritually alert person will recognize that, I know right now I can take my Dawn soap and go wash some clothes with it. It's not gonna hurt it. It's gonna do the same thing. So maybe think in terms of because I believe, especially collective right now, if you're on this mission to take this stand, your resources might be limited. Your resources might be like, you have to make do with what you have and be happy with those circumstances. And it is a little hard to use the Dawn soap to clean your clothes, but I'm here to tell you soap is soap, and to not stress about it. Because there's more stressful things to worry about, like 22 degrees Uranus, and when that gets to 22, it's a 17 right now. I'm really excited. This planet moves like slow. I don't know, maybe it takes like 3-4 days for it to move a degree. I'm not really sure, but we're getting close, okay, where this change is going to occur. This is from one of my decks. I don't know if you can see this, but it's a Six of Swords, and this is a person moving away to calmer waters. This looks like kind of an uneasy process to move away to calmer waters, because you notice it's nighttime. She's got this full moon. I think it's a full moon today. Although she's pointed in the right direction and you're really hopeful she'll get to the other side or this calmer water, it's kind of a creepy card, right? Because you're like, do I want to get in that canoe? And this little frog's the only thing like in her background to kind of help her, and she doesn't speak frog, so so that might be how you're feeling too. Is like you can sense that you're going to a calmer place, but the vibration's just a little off for you to be comfortable doing it, which is fine. You're gonna have to alchemize a little bit. You're gonna have to raise your vibration to not look at your surroundings and focus on where you're going instead of where you're at. Does that make sense? Alexa, play The Gambler. So today, may the blind see, may the lame walk, may the deaf hear, and may the confused be made clear. May we all choose God's love. That's my prayer for us today, because I'm going to raise up the meek. I'm going to raise up the castaway. I'm going to raise up the person that was lied about. I'm going to raise up the person that was made fun of. This is a true journey on the Trail of Tears. It's God's Trail of Tears. He wants you to repent. He wants you to, hey, get with Spirit and say, I've done some crappy things. And just tell him, because that's the only way you're going to be allowed on this transition, is if you admit, look, I was a shitty person. Were we all perfect? No. Do we all lay down every single thing, every single addiction? No. But we cope, and God's going to take you where you're at. Come as you are. Nirvana. That's just, He's even postponing your blessings right now, collective, for you to recognize that he loves your enemy. Yeah, he loves your enemy too, because he's waiting for your enemy to do what's right. And so he's giving them ample time to just own up to these things and do what's right. Yeah, that's not on you. I'm not saying you have to go around and you know. But just by being you and being in your light, it's going to help people realize, I don't have to be a dick. Like, don't be a dick, right? Just do what's good, what's true. I feel like a lot of you collective, you were in maybe a situation where they asked, what can you do for me? And your only value as a human being is, what can you do for me? I'm here to tell you, collective, you don't need to live like that anymore. You are valuable and loved as you are. It's not what you do for somebody else or offer to somebody else that makes you valuable. It's who you are. And I don't think that was ever celebrated in you. And I'm here to celebrate it because I love you for who you are, for what you stand for. It's not easy to take a stand. It's not easy to be different. Maybe people around you think, oh, she's got such a great life. And you're sitting there going, I'm using Dawn to clean my clothes right now. Who cares? Soap is soap. Let's see what you're cleaning your clothes with a year from now. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. Full moon tonight. That's going to really help you close the loop on this cycle. You've closed the loop, things are coming out. Whether or not your enemy is going to approach you and make good of what they've done, probably highly unlikely, but if they do, great. It's all good. You've forgiven them. You're living the life you want to live, and that's what's important, is you're honoring who you are. When you water your plants in the morning, do your plants sit there and ask you, am I valuable to you? Do you love me? No, your plants can't ask you that. But I almost feel like, collective, that may be you. Like, am I valuable to you? Do you love me? Of course you are. Of course you are. And if you need to hear it from somebody, I'm going to tell you that, okay? You are valuable. I love you, okay? You don't ask a tree to grow a certain way. The tree just grows, okay? You did what is natural to you, and you honored what was natural to you. Even though everyone around you was like, wow, that person is way out there. It is what it is. I think you chose it because you're gracious. You knew it wasn't going to be easy, but you were gracious enough to say, and this is the other thing, collective. If you're worried like, oh my God, I must still be in this curse. You know what? The curse was never supposed to be attached to you, and it's not attached to you. But you were here to expose the light on it. So if you're worried like, oh, I'm still going through these rough times because I'm part of this curse, that's what the enemy wants you to believe. You were put here to put the light on this curse. Yeah, Judith, that quote that I read, she freed a lot of Jewish people just by being this single widowed lady. She freed like the Jewish people from attack from Nebuchadnezzar. So she was pretty amazing because she did it by herself, and she was this single lady, and it's just beautiful. You don't realize what you can do just being you. Does that make sense? Like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel for people to recognize, oh, there's some talent. You just be you, and you're gonna reinvent the wheel. So there's a lot of crap going on around you right now. You can feel it. When I'm done with this reading, I'm gonna do a lot of alchemizing. I'm gonna just do a little, balancing, and because I can feel it, and I'm trying not to lose my shit. I'll be honest, collective, because I'm a little angry, but I'm doing the best I can. I don't have a lot of signs and signals from the universe, except that I'm on the right path. And sometimes that's all you'll get, because they've got a lot of closed door meetings going on right now. I'm going to be honest. So you may not get a lot of downloads or visions today, because they're dealing with the energy too. Okay. So you just got to respect, okay, what do I do best, and do that right now, because this is going on around you. Okay. Try not to get in the middle of it. You don't need to be the center of that storm. Okay. You've exposed enough light. You've done a lot already. So just back away and take care of yourself. Honor yourself and what you've done so far. This is crossing the conflict. So there's someone in your life or in your environment, this Queen of Swords kind of energy where, look at me, I'm hot shit. What do you think you're doing? You didn't compete with this person. You didn't want to be this person, but suddenly they have a lot of animosity towards you, and you have no idea why. Maybe if you could meet this person, it would help. See how they're looking at things, but you've never even met this person. You have no idea who this person is. If you do, then you know how to alchemize it, because
right? So it's like
you're not gonna have this showdown where you back up from each other's backs 6 feet and then you know like they do in the westerns. I don't really see that happening.
She talked about everybody.
Hey, do you remember that scene in Gone with the Wind? I don't know if you've seen Gone with the Wind, and you might be able to watch it on YouTube actually, because I think it's free with ads. But there was this scene in Gone with the Wind where Rhett makes Scarlett put on this red dress, like this really beautiful red dress, and he makes her go to this party. The problem with her going to this party is she's been macking on this guy that's married, and she had a kiss with this guy. Well, he was married to like one of her best friends, and so she has to show up at this party with this best friend hosting this birthday party for this person she kissed. So he's there, the lady that she kissed, this lady's husband is there, her name's Melanie, and all these people in town that are gossiping about, because a lot of people saw her kiss the husband of this really sweet lady. And so she has to walk in this room, this birthday party, with all, and the music, when she walks in, like the music just dies.
You know what I'm saying? It's just very,
like it's just silence, because she looks so beautiful, right? She's in this red dress and she's just standing. It's like going into a lion's den. And I don't know why Spirit wanted me to talk about that scene, but I feel like collective that might be you, where you have to put on your best and walk into a room where there's a lot of people that may not like you.
IP, so they could be tracking your IP address.
And it's okay, because she makes it out of that situation. But that's a good movie to watch, to just see how she holds herself and walks into this room and kind of takes ownership of the energy. Like she alchemizes it just by her sheer, like, people are deathly scared of her kind of energy. So yeah, watch that scene in Gone with the Wind. So this is in your subconscious. You know your gift, you know your worth, you know what you're valuable, okay? Don't let anyone try and make you sign contracts that aren't valuable to you. Make them work for you. They'll respect you for it.
I feel like you just push the
and then this is in the forefront of your mind, that you bring things to your reality really quickly. Actually, you're a catalyst for a lot of realities, and this is where your strength is, and you don't know how or why you have it, but you're developing these gifts at a rapid rate right now. You want to be that link to this new 5D. This is going to help, okay? Because it's going to be revealed to you as soon as the ancestors get out of their closed door meetings, I think, because you need some help from up there, okay? Yeah, don't do anything your ancestors don't want you to do. And a lot of you, I think, are getting messages about this crossover from your ancestors. They're telling you how they want you to go through, what you need to look for. Those thoughts and communications are being protected so that only you have them when you make this transition, because you were supposed to be at a certain spot when this transitions, and they're helping you get there, okay? So really pay attention to that. It might involve a key, it might involve right or left, it might involve a color. Just pay attention to what they're telling you so that you get to where they want you when you transition. You're moving away from this person of justice to something in your environment that's going to be really, really sad. I feel like your enemies are disintegrating around you. Alexa, play All the Gold. They are. They're melting. I'm melting. Well, maybe you should have told the truth to begin with instead of create all these bad situations where it just made it worse. I love the fact, too, that somebody stepped in and, I'm going to just call it the Force, eliminated black magic. Have you noticed that? Somebody eliminated black magic. Praise be to God. Because they can't use it right now. And maybe you feel that when you're alchemizing, that, oh, it feels different, because they can't use it right now. It was meant to be that way until they get their shit together. No more black magic. You're gonna fight fair. We're fair fighters. We're not dirty fighters. This collaboration. This is probably a collaboration of your enemies too, because they do not like the fact that you are going to be blessed. But I think this is a collaboration of what they're going to do with you. And believe me, there's a lot of people that care about what's going to happen to you. So don't even start thinking, oh, I'm batshit crazy, I'm going to end this now. No, you're not batshit crazy. You're not going to end this now. You're going to do what you do and walk it out, okay?
Yeah, and this is you on your journey.
This is how people see you. Oh, there she is in the sun again. Well, it's kind of where you were supposed to be. You didn't pick this. You're not really, your ego is so gentle, collective. And there's no mistake that you're a feminine energy. And there are divine masculines in this position too. But because of Adam and Eve and how Jesus had already come and did the cross, he needed a group of really solid females to be alongside this Jesus parable to kind of finish out this whole, before this big apocalyptic battle. Okay, he needed that complete, and these energies are completing that, because the feminine energy next to Jesus, you had a cross too. Okay, and that's got to be in the sun. A lot of people are going to have to hear about it, because this wasn't a comfortable cross for you to bear. You didn't pick it, but you're gracious and you've accepted it. This is in your wishes and hopes, okay? You wish and hope that this stays strong, that your intuition stays strong enough to guide you through these next few hours. If you have to go another week, you have to go another week, okay? It's not like you can't. It's just not comfortable. Because because your resources may be different than in the past and you've lived better, so you're kind of like, why? You're immortal now. So God is going to keep you in this space until you realize, oh, this is really where I'm strongest, is in this energy, even though it doesn't feel like it. Because until you honor this, because he's going to put you in a place where you're not going to tune into that as much. You're just going to be a normal person, right? But he wants you to really take advantage of this time, because it's the only time Spirit's going to have you to himself and share all the gifts of immortality and how special that is, because a lot of people don't have it. And there is a death occurring. This death may be you, collective, realizing, okay, I have to die to this situation, I have to honor where I'm at. Well, it's probably in your environment. There's a lot of things shifting hands right now. There's a lot of things that are getting balanced out right now. And that's a very painful death for your environment. I'm just going to say, this is a long time coming. This isn't something like that's been on for 3 months and, oh yeah, I get a victory. You've been living this for many, many years of your life.
She goes to church once a week. My mom would never, she would never do spell work. She would
and it's time, okay? I love you, collective. I'm going to go use that Dawn soap and clean the crap out of my clothes. I love you.
Christians I've met